We learned this week that the unsolicited arrival of an F-35 belonging to a foreign air force is not always unwelcome.
Ooh, I can't wait to see where
Interesting.
this goes.
Okay. Tell me more.
Let's see where this goes.
We learned this from the Indian settlement of Tiruvananthapuram, which has since June 14th been the bemused host of an F-35 belonging to the Royal Navy, which made an emergency landing after running into adverse weather while flying off the aircraft carrier HMS Prince of Wales during an exercise, and has been stuck there ever since due to an engineering issue, from which we learned that, extraordinarily really, there is not a single F-35 spare part shop in Tiruvananthapuram. Honestly, what kind of two-goat backwater are we dealing with here? Anyway, we learned that the folk of Tiruvananthapuram, which is, in fairness, an enormously satisfying name to say,
Tiruvananthapuram.
That is
nice.
Very fun.
have rather taken the maroon stealth fighter to their collective heart.
Well, it's day 18 of a Royal Navy F-35 stealth fighter still grounded, still stranded at the Tiruvananthapuram airport in Kerala. 18 days is a very long time, but it's more than enough time for Indian memers and satirists to make, a jolly lot of fun about this very, very serious issue.
Mere audio, regrettably, does not do justice to that chap's moustache. Come on, let's hear it.
Great mustache guy.
Man.
Love that.
We learned anyway from the guy with the moustache that the tourist authorities in Kerala, the state in which Tiruvananthapuram is situated, had joined in the merriment.
They've put this out. I checked. This is not fake. This is an actual social media post by Kerala Tourism where they've got a nice picture of that F-35 and it says, Kerala is such an amazing place. I don't want to leave. Definitely recommend. And you've got those 5 stars there. Now, obviously, Kerala Tourism having a bit of harmless fun.
We have not as yet learned from the guy with the moustache or any other sources if Kerala Tourism had started offering a line of F-35 themed merchandise, which is incredibly irritating to the admittedly niche demographic of compilers of weekly news reviews of curious events threaded together with occasionally quite strained linking devices, because
this fragrance is all about strength and success and confidence for men and for women. Get yourself a bottle and don't forget to grab one for your loved ones too. They'll thank you and they'll even smell good.
we learned that you too can smell like Donald Trump.
Oh no.
Yes. We learned that the president had found the time between golf to enlarge his range of self-branded fragrances, adding a new variant called Trump Victory, retailing at an extremely reasonable $249, an amount which, to be clear, you might not necessarily have to be irrecoverably half-witted to consider paying. There is both a Trump Victory for men and a Trump Victory for women, and we must duly acknowledge that the possibility does exist that this latter offering isn't merely the same crap in a red box rather than a black one. But we learned Trump Victory has a very clear idea of its ideal wearer, a vision which will now be solemnly read from the actual website copy by Monocle's Aromacology desk chief, Fernando Augusto Pacheco. We learned that Victory for men is
for men who lead with strength, confidence, and purpose. This is more than a cologne. It's a celebration of resilience and success.
righto, and we learned that Victory for women is
a sophisticated, subtly feminine scent that's your go-to signature for any occasion.
And that both come in a bottle with a little gold statue of Trump on it. We learned, however, that this was not actually the tackiest souvenir being brought to market by the Republican Party. We learned that, not content with erecting a jerry-built migrant detention center in the mosquito swamps of the Florida Everglades, or gloatingly branding it Alligator Alcatraz,
pair of online stores are rolling out some Alligator Alcatraz merchandise, and they're both being run by state GOP leaders.
But we learned that however dubious that might all sound to people raised with any idea at all of how to behave, it was all absolutely fine, indeed really just completely normal. As Florida Republican Party Chair Evan Power explained, because
When you sell merch, you get names, you get emails, and then you make some money off of all of it.
If you can't make bank off your gulag, what is even the point? And Maestro, the Belgian national anthem. For we learned of disappointment for tourists visiting Brussels, or should we say, more disappointment. Okay, the Groot market is fine, really nice, whatever, but how many waffles can anyone eat, and what is the deal with mayonnaise on chips? We learned that Europe's scorching summer had taken its toll on the Atomium, the 1950s vintage modernist landmark in Brussels, which consists of 9 connected steel spheres, inside which we learned it had become unpleasantly sweltering, to the extent that visiting hours were being curtailed. We learned via a great many frankly puerile headlines, and can we have a sound effect of a number being dialed as if to evoke someone phoning it in, that a symbol of the nation had been compelled to scale back its schedule because its balls were too hot. Grow up. For Monocle Radio, I'm Andrew Mueller.
I am the king of the divan.